With the stimulant craze that's going on right now, okay, everybody's taking something to help stimulate them, whether it's in the gym, whether it's going to college, whether it's in business. There's always something being used or going on to be enhanced because, let's face it, we live in the information age. We live in a very, very fast-paced world, and we all need to keep up. Okay, so, but with that, everybody's stuck on fight or flight mode. Okay, and when we're stuck in fight or flight mode, we get burnt out. We crash. Our adrenals start to suffer. And more people are starting to, suffer from chronic fatigue and adrenal fatigue and just burnout. Okay? So I've been doing a lot of research on nootropics, a class of drugs that is very, very similar to stimulants, with some very surprising and interesting findings. Stimulants and nootropics, they both increase memory and recall of memory. All right, alertness, motivation, focus and attention, intelligence, IQ. Okay, and it generally increases productivity and even euphoria. Okay, so now the differences between these two. All right, stimulants tend to be neurotoxic. They basically blast the brain and secrete every catabolic hormone in the body, and by doing that, also it's very oxidative. So it's breaking things down and it's wearing things out. It causes toxicity within the nervous system, so it makes the nervous system more difficult to operate and do its proper functioning. Okay, nootropics are neuroprotective. They actually the way that they are secreted in the brain, they enhance the same neurotransmitters. At the same time, they protect the efficacy of how they're flowing. Okay, so this actually will do the opposite, and that can reduce the possibility of getting dementia, Alzheimer's, things like that. Okay, emotional instability, mental disorders like PTSD, anxiety, depression, things like that. It can actually help with that. Okay. Of course, stimulants are highly addictive. All right, nootropics are not. With stimulants, we have a tolerance that builds fairly steep, and it just keeps building. Okay, so we need to take more and more, and the more we take, the more side effects that come with that dose. With nootropics, they actually have a saturation process similar to like how an SSRI would, which would be like an antidepressant. So it actually gets stronger. It has a saturation effect. It gets stronger over time, so it works more efficiently. Stimulants destabilize the mood. We all know when we crash, from a stimulant, don't talk to me. It's horrible, especially if you're a stim junkie like I am. Okay, you come down off that and you just don't want to talk to anybody. You're miserable. Okay, and the nootropics, they stabilize the mood. All right, and of course, the last one, stimulants are basically steroids for the brain. They just blast everything out there and you're super hyped up. Okay, now we all know, you're going to get that extra edge, but the extra edge can only last so long. There's no longevity in it. Whereas nootropics are like superfood to the brain. Now, superfoods, they nourish, they replenish, they make stronger over time. Now, there is a whole big class of nootropics out there, and the most notable one is a prescription called Provigil. And that one, the effects are more like the absence of fatigue or the absence of lethargy. And there isn't so much a euphoric feeling. However, if you're at that point when you're taking so many stimulants and you just feel like crap anyways, you never really get out of that place. Right? It's an excellent alternative, and you'll actually feel better overall. You just feel normal, like balanced. Okay, they work in a similar fashion to how peptides work in the body. They're very specific. Okay, so they work very well in conjunction with each other. So one may not work very well, but if you take, two and then combine it with a choline supplement, because most of them are choline based, then it'll really have a super potent effect. Whereas if you're taking a stimulant, you're just gonna be feeling like poo. All right. So I really hope that helps. And if you have any questions, please feel free to comment below. And of course, like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And I'll be coming back at you with some more really cool topics.